Hey everyone, so here's my Poplet Technology Integration Frameworks for assignment number 3, which features the TPACK, TIM, and SAMR framework models. So up here I have the TPACK model. The TPACK is the combining of all three knowledge areas, content, pedagogical, and technological, and when all three knowledge areas work together. So starting over here with the content knowledge. Content knowledge acts as the what or as the subject we are trying to teach. Over here, pedagogical knowledge is the how or how the information will be presented, and down here, technological knowledge is the partner or the tool to help deliver the knowledge. Now there is crossover between all of these, so there is TC, which is the combination of technological and content, and that allows us to see the affordances between technology and content. Up here we have PC, which is the combination of pedagogical and content, which allows us to see the affordance for pairing properly content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge. I can never say that word. And down here is TP, which is the combination of technology and pedagogical knowledge, which allows for content to be more accessible. And that is the TPACK model. Now down here we have the SAMR model. I have actually heard of this model before in a previous EdTech class that I have taken. So the SAMR model is broken down into two kind of like content or what's the word I'm looking for? Or like two groups. So we have kind of the enhancement levels, which splits off into two levels, and the transformation levels, which splits off into the two levels. The enhancement levels are the most minimum that you could do for teaching. So starting with S is substitution or changing teaching. So S is substitution, where you have the same task that you were using before, but now new technology replaces old technology. So take, for example, like a overhead projector. A new form of that would be a projector that's attached directly to your computer. A is for augmentation, so that is the same, not the aim task, and it increases in functionality. So it's similar to the other example I gave. And then down here is transformation. This is where things really do change and get transformed for the better. So starting with M down here is modification. So redesigning parts of the task. So basically taking the whole task and just redesigning it to change and to better fit technology. And then R is the redefinition. So creating a whole new task once unimaginable. So something like that now would be like coding, just having kids learn to code and stuff like that. So totally new task that at one point was just totally unable to happen. And then we come over to the mess of the really intricate TIM framework. Uh, TIM targets the use of technology to enhance learning. It consists of not give, but 5 characteristics with 5 levels, creating a giant matrix of 25 cells. So it starts with active, which breaks off into the 5 levels of entry, adoption, adaptation, infusion, and transformation. So entry, information passively received, to adoption, conventional procedural use of technology tools, adaptation, conventional independent use of the tools, some student choice and exploration, infusion, choice of tools and regular self-directed use, transformation, extensive and unconventional use of tools. And that brings us all over to the next of the 5 characteristics, collaborative, beginning with entry, individual student use of technology tools, to adoption, collaborative use of tools in conventional ways, to adaptation, collaborative use of tools, some student choice and exploration, to infusion, choice of tools in regular use for collaboration, to transformation, collaboration with peers, outside experts, and others in ways that may not be possible without technology. And then that continues to constructive, entry, information delivered to students, adoption, guided conventional use for building knowledge, adaptation, independent use for knowledge, for building knowledge, some student choice and exploration, infusion, choice and regular use for building knowledge, in transformation, extensive and unconventional use of technology tools to build knowledge. Over to authentic. Entry, technology use unrelated to the world outside of the instructional setting. Adoption, guided use in activities with some meaningful context. Adaptation, independent use in activities connected to students' lives. Some student choice and exploration. To infusion, choice of tools and regular use in meaningful activities. Transformation, innovative use for higher order learning. Activities connected to the world beyond the instructional setting. And lastly, goal directed, starting with entry. Directions given, step-by-step task monitoring, adoption, conventional and procedural use of tools to plan or monitor, adaptation, purposeful use of tools to plan and monitor some student choice and exploration, infusion, flexible and seamless use of technology tools to plan and monitor, and transformation, extensive and higher order use of tools to plan and monitor. And if you didn't notice, it kind of builds up with each of the five levels. So entry being, of course, the entry level, level one, and kind of building up the comfortability to transformation. That is that framework. So the similarities and differences between the three. So some similarities are all incorporate the use of technology and the use of building on to technology and basically getting people comfortable with it and integrating technology, and all of them talk about the effects it will have on students and the differences between the three. They are very different layouts and styles, especially when comparing like something so simple as the SAMR model to something as complex as the TIM framework. Difference in complexities for sure, and different uses of technology. So all of them talk about different ways of using them. And yeah, that's what I did and learned for assignment 3.